start Zom 100. Hi, YouTube. Hi, welcome on in here. Appreciate y'all being here. I hope that you guys are doing well. Dude, we literally just had an hour-long discussion trying to go ahead and pick the poll for an anime that's going to go ahead and replace Arcane, and the poll is now live on Discord. If you guys are seeing this by now, you guys have until Friday to go ahead and go into the Discord and vote for a show that you think deserves an analysis, an actual proper deep-rooted analysis of that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go ahead and throw that up there. This episode's going to take us as much as it's going to take us. It can take us forever. It can take us a little bit. Depends on whatever context is in there. I'm not going to go ahead and promise 3 or 4 hours. What I am going to promise is we'll try and see whatever pops up. If we just end up having fun, we end up having fun. It is what it is. With that being said, let's just go ahead and jump into it, shall we? Let's go. Oh, bro. Oh, I can't. I think as a kid, dogs in Zom universe have a hard time. As a kid, that's sort of like, if you were to ask yourself, like, what do you guys want to be when you grow up, right? What did you guys want to be when you grew up? And this is a legitimate question. A lot of people wanted to be superheroes. They wanted to be astronauts and so on and so forth. Do you guys know what the #1 answer is for a lot of kids these days? Take a wild guess. What do you think a lot of kids these days wants to be? Firefighter, because it's the closest thing I got to a hero fin friend. Oh, an influencer. Yeah, an influencer. A YouTuber or a TikTok influencer. Yeah. And it's interesting to see how before we would have these dreams as to what we aspired, right? Like being like this, you know, superhero or being whatever. And now it's more towards like digital innovation in of itself in that regard. Oof. Oof. I also want to highlight this. How far as a kid did you go for your friends? Were you there to step up and stop the bullies and, you know, ha ha ha, you will never face off against justice? I'm going to be honest with you guys. Dragon Ball Z was the shit growing up. So at my house, at my place, we used to hold it was like the martial, you know, they had the World Martial Arts Tournament in Dragon Ball. Well, I decided, because my house, like in my place, there was a dojo where we taught martial arts, that we would literally have a martial arts tournament, and where random people from the street could come in and take a needless to say, it was an interesting world we lived in. But yes, no, so many people tried to be the anti-bully rangers, the heroes. And for some people, they just give up on that dream when they become adults. And it's often sad to see how people kill off that dream slowly and surely, you know. And this is why I will always say, dude, you can still be a kid, even as an adult. And it shouldn't take the end of the world or, like, quite literally you moving to another job or losing or whatever for you to start being a kid. Puppies. Oof. Oof.
おいおい、やべえよ、アキラ。マジで全国規模だ。やっぱ都市部は。いや、もうこの国に安全な場所なんてどこにも。道東の方で自衛隊が隔離に成功したみたいだ。トンネルを封鎖できた山間の集落もいくつかあるらしい。
だったらうちの実家も無事かもな。なんたって関東の秘境群馬だからよ。
So I know a lot of people probably have, I can't stop thinking about how done that TV is if it rains. So yeah, no, truly. So here's something that comes to my mind through this, which is, why are they not able to go ahead and like feel worried or anxious or extremely sad or all of these emotions for their parents? So you guys know why? Like, legitimately, do you guys know why it's not an overabundance of like being terrified that the parents are gone or anything like that? Aside from the news that we just heard, like, if we take it realistically speaking, why can someone be okay in a situation like this even when the world is not okay? Let's pull this up. They don't care, don't need to work. It's because of this. It all comes back to Maslow's butt plug of needs here, his hierarchy of needs. When we look at this, right, if our environment is not secure and our physiological environment is not secure, we can't really start conceptualizing other aspects in here. It's hard to start going ahead and making them a priority when we're still worried about our safety, when we're still worried about the physiological aspects in ourselves, you know, where we're trying to go ahead and keep food on the table. We're trying to go ahead and survive. The Dorito of needs. Yes, the infamous Dorito. So that's why now people know the hidden message of why we send self-care Doritos. It's actually just Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So morality, creativity at the tip of the base isn't there. The tip won't do it. Look, okay, having fun at the tip, you know, everyone likes to have fun a little bit with the tip, right? But you need to go down to the base. You need to go past the shaft all the way down to the base and focus on these areas. Why? Because you don't just stick the tip, right? Or like do things that sounds really wrong. Hold on. Hold on. You don't just stay at like morality, creativity, spontaneity, and like these aspects up here, right? Without addressing any of the bottom layers of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Like, you just don't do that. You got to go deep. You gotta start down here. This is why we start backwards. We start with breeding, food, I said breeding. Like, never mind. I'm okay. I'm done. The physiological and safety needs come first, though, before anything else. The analogy kind of breaks when you consider it builds upwards. But no, but that's why I'm saying, like, the bottom needs are important. The physiological and safety needs come first. And without this, it takes a while to be able to go and come all the way up, you know? I know, I feel bad for Chaos over here. She's probably like, you're saying what? Cochino. But this is why I'm highlighting it. If we're looking at this, a person's going to have a really, really hard time genuinely taking in external worries, external areas that are outside of their control, and internalizing it when their environment is already a danger in for themselves. Look, I know why I am the... Oh, hey, yo, I never called you out for that.
しかし、なんでまた金髪?
やりたいことやってるお前見てると、俺もうかうかしてらんなくってさ。ドロップアウトの決意表明ってやつ。ま、芸人になるなら、これぐらいの方がインパクトあるっしょ。
Oh God.
なあ、顕著よ。
Are dogs infected in this world or nah? Like, do dogs get infected in this world or nah? Like animals, can they get infected in this world or nah? Maslow here calling me out. Look at me with my health and I'm making progress. I don't think so. We saw one in episode 2. So wouldn't that just make it extremely terrifying to even be able to go and step out? Like, if dogs can get infected, can't fish get infected as well? Or like, you know, like random animals like tigers and stuff? Because the more I think about it, the more terrifying that this becomes, actually being in an environment like this, where if animals are getting infected, how do you even know if you're eating good food? Because I was just thinking about this, right? Like, chasing what you want to go ahead and chase. And it came to my mind, I'm like, imagine if there's a giant fucking bird that's infected. And the bird comes over and it's like, "Quah!" And starts pecking at your eye or at you. And, like, it infects you, you know? A lion, that would be scary as shit. No, that's why I'm highlighting it. Like, wouldn't that just be terrifying? Zombie mosquitoes. It's just Resident Evil. No, but it's Zom 100, and that's why I'm like, death from above, right? Or imagine a giant Winston, right? A giant Winston comes flying through without a shield, and it's just like instantly, like, you know, turning people into zombies. Zombie monkeys, bro. Yeah, zombie apes. Yeah.
Na, Kencho yo. Ore, スーパーヒーローになってみたいと思うんだが。俺、スーパーヒーローになってみたいと思う。いや、聞こえてるから。
Good on him.
そのスパイダーマン的。
Good on him. Good on him. Oh man. What do you want to be? Chaos, what do you want to be? What is your childhood dream? Like, or what do you want to be now? Like, legitimately. What is your goal, guys? What do you want to be? How are you trying to go ahead and achieve it? I'm so curious about this. Like, I want to be an entertainer who can make people smile. Do you want to be everyone's idol, Chaos? Careful, make sure you lock your doors, okay? You don't go answer unless you know who they are. You don't go and open doors for people, especially if they carry flowers, because you don't know what they have behind those flowers, you know? There's been we've learned quite a bit from Oshinoko. I loved Idol since I was little. Oh, I want to be the Blue Power Ranger when I was little. You see, we all have very little, like, interesting dreams that come from this. And I don't know, my heart just smiles at the fact that, like, even in a world like this, and because of a world like this, he's finally able to chase his dream. I'll share this, guys. I have a couple amazing opportunities lined up for me coming up soon. And let's just say, like, on Wednesday, I have a really interesting meeting where I get to go in and talk about some things. And I hope that I'm in your guys' thoughts and prayers and all of that good stuff, because it's some pretty good stuff, man. It is pretty amazing stuff. Like, the power of chasing our dreams and the effect that it can have is phenomenal. It really, really can be phenomenal if you chase it full-heartedly. Like, one of my dreams is to one day be able to do this full-time. Like, is to one day be able to go ahead and do a face reveal and go ahead and debut and go ahead and show you guys my real voice and be able to go ahead and, like, you know, do a full on, like, you know, IRL person reveal or something. I'm kidding. No, but, like, I legit one day hope to be able to go ahead and, like, yeah, go ahead and be able to be there for you and, like, just stream and love streaming and play games and be here with all of you. For me, like, being able to do this full time and not needing to worry about 101 other aspects, that would be, like, my big dream, you know. World's best VTuber model. I know, it's so realistic, right? They even got, like, the facial hair right. You know, the skin pigmentation is so good. Like, oof. Just rip off your skin and show us the real Ed. Eh? Well, you got to get your chompers, Chaos. You got to get your chompers and chomp off the face, you know? And the hand tracking. Hold on. At least I'm not like, do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do-do. And it's like, you paid $300 for this ticket. Or $3, my bad. It was actually $3, wasn't it? Who did the rigging? By the way, I'm kidding. All respect to all individuals, because let's be honest, I don't even understand half of everything.
それによると俺はかっこいいコスチュームに身を包み、助けを求める人のためにどんな危険も厭わず、決して見返りを求めない。そんなスーパーヒーローになることを夢見ていた。いいかな、一度きりの人生、ゾンビから人々を守る正義のヒーローに俺なっちゃってもいいかな。
いいけどお前空飛んだり糸出したりできなくね。
That don't matter. The whole point is him actually being able to go ahead and step up and be a hero. Like, being able to do amazing things and like legitimately pursue a dream that you're like truly intrigued about. And oh man, he could put on like what are those things called, like little chainmail armor out there and be like, it's clobbering time, so that way bites don't come through, and just start smacking people. Go out there with like a giant sword, Moomin Rider, or riding a bicycle, throw the bicycle at the zombies, whip out the sword, and become something else entirely if you wanted to. Like that's what's amazing. Also, the announcement has been made. The poll is now live, ladies and gentlemen. No, good luck.
そこで俺なりにゾンビに対抗する手段を調べてみた。そしたらこんなものを発見したぜ。
おお、なるほど、そういうこと。
さあ行くぞ県庁、準備開始だ。
今からせめて飯ぐらい食わしてくれ。
Become a superhero. Oh. We have to lower this song because it actually is copyright. Sorry, guys. I can hear it, but... This is like the only song that gets copyright struck in any... I'm kind of curious, and this is, I know I just stopped it right there. Dystopia song of the copyright. So why do zombies bite? Sorry, I don't mean to detract from it, but I'm legitimately questioning this now, right? Why do zombies bite? Tasty human burger. Well, it's because of a primal instinct, right? Maslow's hierarchy of knobs. No, if we're being realistic, it's because something to do with spreading whatever, right? But wouldn't you think, like, here's what I think, right? And this is me going off of this. There probably still is a person in there, and it's probably involuntary controls, because if it was a parasite or something else, wouldn't it think that sex would be a way of also transmitting this without necessarily alerting itself to others of the capability that it has? I.e., if people start biting one another, say here in the States, it would become like, news really, really quickly, and people would go ahead and start getting ready. But if it's like a dormant type, well, that would be a completely different show. No, it's still zombies. You can still talk about biting and whatnot, but even like if it's parasitic growth or an aspect of the guy in the last episode did get a good face full. Yeah. Depends if it's parasitic, then the spread would make sense too, because the parasite probably isn't too intelligent, and biting is a very easy primal thing to do. But sex is a very easy and primal thing to do as well, Chaos. After all, hold on. After all, the holy Dorito, the holy Bambino Dorito places sex with food and water. Can a zombie convince you to come to the bedroom? Okay, say that you go out to a bar, or club, or whatever, and there's this really, really attractive individual just coming your way. That's the real question. Or would you say yeah, or would you be like nah? And got the Riz point, sadly. Not the zombie. Oh, brother. I don't mean to question it. I'm just stating, brother. It sounds like I am so curious about other aspects of how the zombie genre can be transformed. And put a bag on her face? A J tree. Oh no. And also no, it's not an allegory towards that, trust me, mate. Oh, beautiful. Now you guys are able to hear it.
ガキの頃以来だな。
ああ、
水族館か。
No, no, no. Senor Pinguino, what do we say? No, no, no. Oh, dude, a fucking, No, please stay away. Do not eat them. I'm terrified. We didn't even have to. Oh god.
館か。かなり荒れてんな。これが感染初日ならちびっただかもな。
It has feet. It has feet. It's a shark. Wait, it's a zom shark. It's a great bambino. Holy crap. Wait. Is shark show feet? Yeah, about those fish and those are bodies. It ain't it? Bro, what the zombie shark. I think through this though, it's fascinating to watch how for them this is everyday life. Straight from Heavenly Delusion. Like they don't even take the time to go ahead and like I don't know, like take it into consideration. Like for example, the shark might be ignoring them because it's not enough food. I don't know. I would assume that it would start ramming into glass or whatever, right? But what if more people start showing up? What if people start making a lot of noise? What if people start like if there are other sharks or piranhas or whatever in this thing, would it not be attracted to an environment like that? Can't smell through glass, but you can still sense stuff, right? Especially if you hit the glass or if you're walking around and like hitting stuff. At least it's not Sharknado. It's the Big Meg.
なんかさ、水族館のバックヤードって異様にワクワクしねえ。
わかる。武骨な感じがなんかそそられるよな。
ここかな。あ、
こりゃ。
ああ、これさえあれば今日から俺はスーパーヒーローだ。
ダメです。これ以上進めません。ひとまず周りのゾンビたちがいなくなるまで様子を見ましょう。そんな。
知りたくない。
Oh, someone's already fucking infected. That's for someone that doesn't like to take risk, right? From what we've seen and from what we've explored lately, what the fuck is she doing here? Like, I am interested yet terrified about this because, yes, having a good support structure. Yeah, why was she on the bus ride for someone that doesn't like to take risk or leave it to other people's? So, and this is where my line of questioning comes into this. You ready? Would you group up with people that you don't know, go in a bus or whatnot for safety, or would you try and find it on your own? Guys, I'm going to be straight up with y'all. If it comes to a situation like this and you're traveling with many, yeah, that's great, but the risk of infection goes up higher. And also the risk of anxiety of never knowing that you can truly sleep okay because the person next to you might have been bitten and not told anyone skyrockets as well. Yeah, so I wouldn't have to run faster than the zombies. I think I know, like, I'm pretty sure of myself that I know enough martial arts to be able to keep distance. Like, if it's the slow walking zombies, and be able to go ahead and make a pass just kicking, you know. Unless I'm completely surrounded, then I'm fucked. But, like, aside from that, like, in a realistic setting, this is terrifying, and this is like I can't even begin to imagine the amount of frustration that I would be feeling if I got trapped in a situation like this. There will be a body to check for any bites. Yeah. What if it's the RE zombies with chainsaws? Oof. Nope. Oh God. Ugh. Oh. It's a fucking bloodfest here, brother. It was a trap. Also, she turned really, really quickly. Like, my guy must have been in that bus ride for a while. And it took him forever to turn. Is it like wherever you're infected, it takes longer for you to turn? Yeah, what affects the turning? Now I have a lot of questions in regards to that. Because it's important. Like, some of the base rules of survival is understanding the threat that you are placed in. Do you understand what the infection rates can look like? And why you could be infected? And how you can be infected? And so on and so forth. Might be health or genes too. I'll even put it on this way, right? Oh, Chaos! I'd protect you. I'll be your. I'd be your savior. Oh no, but I'll go ahead and highlight this. What happens if someone bites your toe and say you chop off your toe, like quickly? Is that already too late? Like I am wondering about the implications here. Like oof. I'll cook you. Good food in return. Hey, there we go. So here's the thing about... So here's the thing, right? Almost fucking immediately. Little martial arts lesson for all of you. Yes, in case you are ever in a situation where someone has a knife or whatever, please just do what they say. Like I love stating this, and at the same time I hate the fact that I have to state this. There are 101 videos out there of like masters, like fake masters or whatnot, being like, if someone has a knife like this, you do and like you take it from them and you're able to defend yourself. No, dude, like 9 times out of 10 that person's able to go ahead and like stab you and so on and so forth before you're able to go ahead and do anything. It's best to just go ahead and like, resolve the situation as you can and or run away. Like it's one or the other, but this is just me highlighting an aspect like this just because a lot of people think that like they can get into a fight with someone holding an item and be okay. And that's my number one thing is like don't risk it, don't risk bleeding out or anything like that. But through that, seeing someone rush down, right? Like God, I hate to highlight it like this. Chat, I need a standing desk and a ping pong table. Reason being, how do you run? Show us on the doll end. Okay, here we go. We got Senor Pinguino right here, and we got this baby Cthulhu being the infected one, right? So Senor Pinguino is this guy, and this guy's just running forward full speed. Because this guy is running forward full speed, his reaction by the time this thing's already coming up, baby Cthulhu's already out here, he has like basically none. However, if you're running at a side stance, i.e., you have your guards up, you might still be running, right? What can you do if someone comes up and you've already noticed the target before they come up? What happens in an environment? Even if they're hidden, right? I'm gonna use this. Hold on. This is a car. Say that this is here, right? If he's running and he's constantly looking around, he sees this. It's a lot harder for someone to get the jump on you. My man is just hyper fixating on running forward. And ultimately, it's the number one way to lose your balance. And number two, someone coming up from this, literally one push kick forward, i.e. just grabbing your foot, pushing it forward, will probably have them topple because they don't have their forces going forward and you're forcing it down or you're forcing it back. It takes a lot of energy, but it'll at least establish a form of safety right there and then. I mean, most ordinary people cannot survive apocalypse. No, they can't. And that's the realistic thing. Like, even for myself, as much as I'm like, I would survive, I would do this, probably fucking not. Because if it's airborne, we're fucked. If it's in our food, we're fucked. If they're running zombies, I'm sorry, I'm fucked. Like, I can do walking zombies and maybe a little bit of a jogger zombie, but not like full on, like, you know, like World War Z zombies. Nah, man. Like, nah, you know, like there's levels to what is survivable and what is not. And I think that's important to highlight. Ooh. Ooh. Well, these zombies are something else, brother. Like, that's a full sprinting zombie. That ain't okay. Ooh. Strike.
今のうちに行きなさい。そこまでだゾンビども。嫌いが。
It's so cringe, but it's so good. Oh my god.
まあ、見ようによっちゃヒーローっぽいんじゃね。これが例の。
おう。シャークスーツってのはサメの歯から体を守るために作られたダイビングスーツで、サメやワニの水槽の潜水清掃なんかに使われてんだ。チタン繊や高張力高性ね。鎖片びらみたいなメッシュ構造で大型ザメの歯も通さないらしい。
ほうほう。
つまりこのスーツがあればゾンビに噛まれてもノーダメ。無敵のスーパーヒーロー。
Wizard with the chainmail. I did not think. All and about the chain. No, no, chat. No.
無敵ね。
助けを求める人があんなに。こっち。水族館の中は安全で。あの時の。
Hey, yo.
スクヘッジお姉さん。こんなところで会えるなんて奇跡だ。なんなら運命の出会いだ。
To be fair.
アキラ。
これはまたとない見せ場。お姉さんにかっこいいとこ見せちゃう。
はいはい、こっちですよ。そっか。防塵スーツだから歯は防げても。
You still feel the bite.
いや、無理だ。スーツ一着しかねえもん。こっちは心配ねえから。悪いがそっちはなんとかしてくれよな。じゃあ。
Okay, I know, but realistically speaking, I'm sorry. Sometimes you live with the consequences of your actions. In a way like that, you know you're not gonna get bitten, right? So this is just something that you have to deal with. Maybe if you pretend to be dead, they'll leave you alone after a while. But how is there only one suit in that entire place? Maybe I don't know. That's to be continued got me when I watched. Oh no. Pretend to be a zombie. Because what I'm getting at here, though, is number one, all these people come into your environment, the safety place where you were at. What do? Let's talk about this, right? Because these people, all of a sudden, are they your responsibility? Do you feel like you are responsible for them because you led them in? Because you said that you would be able to go and protect them, or you jumped in to save a girl and everyone else took the advantage of that to be able to come into this safe space. What do? I'm going to be honest, check for bites. I would be like, dude, we're not continuing. You guys are not allowed further in unless we can go ahead and check and make sure that everyone is okay. Yep. If you can't showcase that you are, like, that there are no bites on you, Like, I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to throw you back out just for the safety of others. And that's a huge element through that. And even then, you have the other aspect that you have a giant ass zombie shark in this aquarium. And that's terrifying in of itself, because what if that thing, like, what if you're by the lake and that thing comes out and gets you, or by the little thing that feeds it? You have to get rid of these threats that are in that environment. And oof. Oof.
終わった。これでしばらく大丈夫っしょ。あの目、絶対引いてたよな。
How are you gonna get rid of shark? Grab a toaster. I'm not gonna say. I think you guys know where I'm going with that. Toast them. Yeah, get some really bad bread and some burnt bread and give it to the shark. No, like we have shark. Oh. I'm not a pervert for safety reasons.
難しいんだな。
ひとまずは安心だな。
県庁。
お疲れヒーロー。
お前ひでえよ。
まあそう言うなって。なんだかんだヒーローしてたぜ。あの子がどうかしたか?
Oh, brother. Oh, my heart.
声かけてみろよ。
Oh.
奇遇です。また会えるなんて。前にコンビニで
あの時の。
はい。
I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. I'm gonna be 100% real with y'all, and I hate to admit this, but back before the days when Ed had a little bit of, you know, when back before Ed gained Riz and the powers of being a wizard, there was a situation where, let's just say, like, I would go out, like, you know, whatever. I saw this really, really amazing individual, you know, a cute person, whatever, talking to me. Cool. My dumbass. I'm in a new country. I'm in a new world, a new environment. I'm like, hey, so what brings you in today? I get the darkest, stupidest stare I've ever seen in my life. Like, dude, what? Because they had their name tag on and they were working at that store, and I was like, oh, I didn't know you were an employee here. Oh, you know, like, wow. Oh yes, I rolled a nat 1 on. Oh, it was rough. It was rough. But what would you do for someone that, like, you've been around in a world like that? I don't know if I could. Oh, you do. I had a class where we literally had to go and shoot our shot, essentially, 100 times during the course of the class, or go out there and get rejected 100 times, and illustrate how it feels, what it's like to step up and get rejected 100 times in one night, and moving in or doing certain things. Those social psychology classes, they were really, really fucking phenomenal. Yeah. Or quite literally, you get used to the forces of rejection. So you go out there and say that you're with other psychologists or whatever. And the whole thing is quite literally like, hey, go out there, introduce yourself 100 times. See how many times you can get through your whole introduction and start a genuine conversation without being shut down. What if you nail it? If you nail it 100 times, that means that you're a great therapist. Because that means that you're able to go ahead and break a person's barriers, like the hard, cold, whatever, build rapport, be able to go ahead and let them feel comfortable enough to start sharing their story with you and allow you into their environment. So that is the whole purpose behind getting rejected a certain number of times, or going out and trying to be social in an environment where you might not necessarily be the best. It's really, really interesting. What sort of places did you go to? Parks, clubs, bars, 101 other, like literally pretty much any location you can think of. I literally, one night, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I think I did over 180, like consistent yes. Like it was yes after yes after yes, like getting to talk to people, having a deep conversation, getting their Instagram, moving on to the next one, so on and so forth, and just having that constant rotation. It wasn't like, oh, he's a pickup artist. That wasn't the point of it. The point of it was to try and go ahead and better your ability to build rapport, to be there with people, and be able to go ahead and get over the fear of rejection. I want to do it, but I'd feel comfortable, or I won't do it, but I'd feel comfortable, or at least forced to do it. Yeah, grinded, or that Riz and wizardry. And social psychology taught you how to Riz. It did. It did.
なあ、俺天童明って言います。これも何かの縁ですし、今度こそ連絡先の交換。
明君でしたっけ。
Oh no, oh no, brother.
余計なお世話でしょうけれど、あなたに何のベネフィットがあって人助けなんてしているの。
ベネ？
その格好、そうね。心理学でいう同一化。自信のなさや劣等感から理想とする人物の行動や服装を真似することで心の安定を図ろうとする調整メカニズムのこと。
Not necessarily. That's actually really incorrect. Identification only happens under the congruence of other cognitive distortions. And even through that, that's more projection than identification. And if you're talking about identity disorders or identification disorders in of itself, then you're talking about someone who does not have the congruence of themselves as an individual versus the role that they have to play. So understanding this, one of the big things that comes to mind is this is a misrepresentation, and it's more talking about projection than it is identification. He is projecting himself as this other individual to try and go and fit it, and that's through a defense mechanism outlook. But even then, what is he trying to go ahead and be defensive about if he's only doing this as a way to accomplish his goals? Like, the worst thing she could say is no. She's a TikTok therapist. No. Oof. Oof. I have to back it up. There's a lot of things in this that I need to break apart. Projection. Projection is not just because of an inferiority complex, and it has absolutely nothing to do with self-esteem. Like, first off, yeah, this is two in a row. This is two in a row. For example, inferiority complexes, specifically to do with projection, you project almost every single day with things that we do, right? Which is, for example, you've had a really, really good day. You might project that other people are having a good day based off of that the world is sunny. Projection happens, so on and so forth. And you don't need low self-esteem to be the barrier for an inferiority complex. In fact, a lot of people with high self-esteem can still struggle with inferiority complexes, and can still struggle with even the whole aspect of what is it called? I state it a lot. Imposter syndrome. There we go. Or quite literally, they might be like, yes, I am feeling great right now, but do I even deserve to feel this good? Am I even doing enough to be here? Streamers get into this environment as well, where streamers can be absolutely phenomenal. They can be growing and doing 101 different things, and all of a sudden it flips as well, you know, where they're like, ooh, am I doing enough to keep my community safe and whatever? And they might still have that self-esteem, and it starts affecting them. So that's a huge, like, that's a huge concept in of itself. And throwing in there the concept that this is just an identity issue when it's not. Oh, these aren't pages, my friend. Imposter syndrome had made you drop out of a lot of projects in school and given up on jobs. Yeah. High self-esteem could be ignorant of those suffering and projecting their own ideologies, POV onto others. Yep. You good, Porcupine, brother? Damn. You good, brother? Damn.
理想とする人物の行動や服装を真似することで心の安定を図ろうとする調整メカニズムのこと、要するに日常的に社会から評価されずに自己価値観が満たされていない男はヒーロー願望に走りやすいのよ。
Not necessarily. I would actually counter that by saying the fact that you are going into this, like, the fact that you're going this hard into this and you're going into an environment where you're targeting people like this makes me wonder what happened to you as a child. Did daddy not love you? Was daddy not there enough for you, or mom? How were your caregivers for you as a kid? Because for me, this is sounding to me like someone who grew up automatically thinking that they needed to be safe, that they needed to go ahead and manage like 101,000 things. Because managing these perspectives or managing these things or what enables you to go ahead and have this secure environment. Well, it is secure if you can't even feel secure in yourself. If the fact is that you have to go ahead and shoot someone down by targeting their supposed psychological identification, as you labeled it, when it's clearly not even identification. And in this case, it's just a similar sense of projection to go ahead and attain his own childhood dream. Like, that's what's interesting. Yeah, Porcupine, go sleep it off, brother. You're on something else, dude. Because clearly there is, like, in this of itself, what does this do to a person but lower their self-esteem and quite literally target them?
から理想とする人物の行動や服装を真似することで心の安定を図ろうとする調整メカニズムのこと。要するに、日常的に社会から評価されずに自己価値観が満たされていない男はヒーロー願望に走りやすいのよ。
辛辣。
おいおい、なんだよその言い草。現にアキラはここにいるみんなをゾンビから助け。
今回は結果的にゾンビの脅威から赤の他人を救うことができた。人を助けるという行為自体を否定するつもりはないわ。けれど、あなたが自己価値観を満たすために取るその短絡的で無謀な行動のせいで、あなたの大切な人が脅威にされ。
I think that in an essence, this might be her own form of projection in of itself, which is you're talking about you're projecting your ideals onto somebody else. And you're not being able to go and identify with them or be able to go and build rapport off of this because of the situation. It's clear the fact that like you're not able to conceptualize his actions, maybe because of a lack of empathy, but also because of that individualistic mindset that she does have. And that projection is clear that it's sheltering out from others, but at some point you do need to connect. And at some point you do need friends or people in an environment that help you grow, you know?
されるかもしれないリスクを考えたことはないの。そもそもヒーローなんてものは個人が語る肩書きではなく、その行動の結果、周囲から。
Oh God。
なんかすげえ理屈っぽくて小難しいやつだ。けど確かに俺がヒーローになることで一緒に付き合ってくれる顕著まで危険なのに。ヒーローってなんだ？ヒーローってと、まあそんなリスクヘッジすらできない人といるとこちらの生存率まで下がりかねないので。
You'll only lower my survivability. You'll only lower my survivability. This, like, coming from someone that was in a bus with an infected individual, wasn't that enough to go ahead and like state that? Like they themselves are in that environment. Like they've lowered their survivability by even joining up with groups of others. So that must mean that she wasn't like, hey, yo, chat be like, bruh.
先の交換はお断りさせていただくわ。
何の音だ？俺見てきます。店長。
ね、俺も。しゃあねえ。
今すべきことは。
なんだこれ？水が。
なあ、アキラ。
Nah, bruh. Nah, get the fuck out of there. Fuck that shit. No. Nope. Nope. 911. What's your emergency? I'm getting the fuck out of here. Oh my god. Nope. Hi, I'm Jeff.
サメ。
いやでも足。
ああ、そっか。じゃあなんだ。
Oh shit.
みんな逃げろ。それだ。
I love that she screams the same way every time. I'm gonna be honest with you though. This might sound really, really cruel. I would probably push her into the shark. I'm not gonna lie to you, but if you're screaming at this level every single time, you've just alerted all the other zombies of a place that we're staying at. So at that point, you literally become like shark bait. Push her. Take out her knees. There you go. What the fuck?
ネズミサメ目ネズミサメがホホジロザメね。
いやそういうことじゃねえよ。なんで人間の足で歩いてんだ。
おそらく捕食されたダイバーだ。
I am wondering though how these legs can support this body, because the body of a shark, of a great white shark. Can someone Google this for me? How much does the body of a great white shark, a standard great white shark, weigh? Cause ooh. 6 legs rather than 2.
ゾンビ化して動いてるのよ。
いやいやどういう歴史なんだよそれ。は？
そんなの私が知るわけ。
なんだ。なんで逃げる。ゾンビ。中にもいる。
Oh fuck, dude. Nope. No.
確か向こうに別の非常口が。
The face. Hold on. Yeah, it's often these people that are in extreme panics that are the riskiest to deal with, right? It's individuals at this heightened state that are some of the wildest to be. I'll share this, right? And I'll share this as a story of quick growth, quick whatever, quick understanding as to the power of, like, if an incident happens, you losing your mind puts everyone else at risk. Being in a situation where quite literally, in between 2 professional fighters, one of them loses their mind because he found his significant other cheating, right? And instead of going out and like properly processing this, maybe having a conversation or whatever, what does he do? He projects and displaces that anger out on everyone else that was around him. And it literally took, in between me and the other guy, being able to go ahead and like hold him down and be like, dude, you gotta breathe. Like, you have to stop, for him to fully realize what he was doing. And even then, he was still in panic mode. And that panic mode was fight or flight. And that was an internal fight or flight, because he felt like he had lost something. And when you look at the eyes of someone like this that is in fight or flight, an extreme fight or flight, it's you or them, and they are going to throw you under the bus in that situation. They are going to they're going to try and go ahead and use an angle to let out these emotions in that way. That's why I'm scared of this. Like, nope. No.
なんとか助かったな。
あれ、リスクヘッジお姉さんは。
Bro, you don't. Ooh.
まったくこれだから集団行動はパニックが及ぼすハレーションをもっと考慮すべきだったわね。
Oh. What happened to him not being a hero? What happened to him not being a hero? Él es un superhéroe. O sea, lo miro a él y me estoy haciendo super saiyajin. Estoy like I'm fucking getting pumped up. My dude is able to go in here and fucking take on a big shark, something bigger than him, because he actually feels something towards you, because he feels as though he needs to step up and be your hero. Feels like he needs to go ahead and take on the zombie shark. Like, who the fuck else can say that, dude? Like, looking at this environment, looking at this situation, anyone else would have left, but yet he still decides to come back in here and uphold this title for himself.
Akira-kun, なんで何しにここへ？
何ってこれ助けに来た以外あります？
あなた本当にどうかしてる。そこまでして何のために？
もういいじゃないですか、そういうの。誰だって腹減ったら目いっぱい食いたいし。
What a Chad brother.
女の子と出会えたら仲良くなりたい。目の前で助けを求める人がいたらヒーローになりたい。そこにいちいち理由が必要なんすか？
だからってそれで死んだらおしまいじゃない。
Is it though?
そこまで自分がやりたいことだけをただまっすぐに。作戦は？
特にないっす。
でしょうね。
はい。やべえ、何も考えずに来たけどこのままじゃ拉致が開かねえ。
Okay, so you're fighting an RGB gamer shark. What do you do to survive? I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna keep running and let it dry out, because shark needs water, right? And if it's not able to go ahead and get to a water area quickly, it's fucked. What if we cram it into a tight space where it thinks it can still keep chasing you, but gets like trapped right in there and isn't able to do anything? Like a small corridor or anything, as it keeps trying to go in through, it just gets stuck. Or, I mean, it would have died by now if it needed water. This is a zombie shark, so... Oh, God. Flamethrower. Getting on the heavenly delusional grind. I know.
自分でも信じられないくらい全く馬鹿げた案だけどかけてみる。
はい。
おいおい、何やってんだあいつら。助けに行かねえと。どうや。くそ。俺は。
やっぱりここにはない。アキラくん。
はい。時間稼ぎっすね。バッチコーイ。
Nope. Wait a minute. What the fuck? Hold on. Fucking Dory coming out here. You just keep swimming, just keep biting. And the whole fucking gang here. What the? Oh no. Zombie fit. How? What could you even eat? What could you even eat in an environment like this? Probably nothing.
ロレンチーニビ。
そう、サメの頭部体表面には100万分の1ボルトまでの電子差を感知できる器官がある。小魚などの筋肉から発生する微弱な電流を感じ取って獲物を捉えられるってことね。その敏感な器官に直で触れれば人の筋肉の活動電流が伝わってサメは混乱、ひとたまりもないはず。
じゃあそこに向かって攻撃すれば。
ええ、でもまだ少し心もとない。何かより強く放電するものが欲しい。よし。
What was I planning to do with that toaster? Honestly, get him in the water and throw the toaster in. If I'm being honest with you. But this is a much better plan. I did not know that that sharks had like an electrical field around their nose or whatnot. Like, that's a...
まだ時間稼がねえと。くそ、体が。
こっちを見やがれサメ野郎。どうだ、このうまそうな尻が食えるもんなら食ってみやがれ。
なんだ。
My dude just out there like, hey. I mean, that's the thing you do. It's very risky if you put... Yeah.
ヒーローって。
Flaunt your cheeks.
ヒーローって。ヒーローって。
Hi, Voltina. What's up? How you doing?
狙うはロレンチーニビ。
I hope you're doing well, Voltina.
無限大。果たしてゾンビ化したサメに効くかどうかは知らんけど。
試してみればわかるぞ。バリバリさんが。
Ooh. Wait a minute. But through that though, and I think this is why I wanted to touch on this and I wanted to highlight it, which is this is why trust is important, right? And honestly, having a tight knit group of people, huge, versus going on a bus. And it's like if everyone in the Discord channel got together and we decided to go on a bus tour of something, and there was an infection, a zombie spread going around, guys, I would be fucking terrified. Also, mods, can we give Voltina a shout out, please? I would appreciate it because Voltina's amazing and deserves nothing but love and support in 101 things. Heavenly Delusion solution was better. Make the fish get high on weed. Dude, that's why I'm like, seeing the way that this was handled, the fact that like both of them, like, you know, have started to adapt to one another's strategies. I'll be the bait, you think about it, you like, you know, you bring back whatever you need to go out and do, and the best friend being the best friend and stepping up. Oof, how scary these guys can get.
なんで黙って言っちまうんだよ。今日のお前マジでヒーローだったぜ。
いいのいいの。ヒーローは見返りを求めないもんだから。
あんたはあいつらと一緒に行かなくてよかったのか？
彼らとは港に向かうバスで乗り合わせただけの関係だから。それに集団行動はもうゴリゴリ。
アキラとはいいコンビネーションだったじゃん。
どうすかね。これを機に。
論外。
それ姫どうすんだ。あのな、こういうのは断られてからが本番なんだよ。営業と一緒だってな。俺営業じゃ。
Personally, I would probably have because the way that you frame a narrative is so important, right? So I would probably switch the name from like 100 things that I want to do before I become a zombie to like 100 things I want to do before my life ends, or, you know, 100 things that I want to do before I become the greatest hero ever, or something like that. But it's interesting for him. It's like before he becomes a zombie. And this is even scaring me further and further as this goes on. Because what if he does make friends, and friends write down their goals on there for him? And one by one, they get infected. And he's the last one. And he has to carry their legacy for the rest of the show. Wouldn't that be something? And even take it further. What if because there might be other people in this world who are literally just chaos incarnate, who are trying to go ahead and destroy anything and everything possible. And words of a man resigned. In general, it would be chaos to be around them. And this is like areas that are highlighting for me. It's like the more people that you bump into, the higher the risk it is, and the more that you have to prove yourself to even be okay.
そういうことじゃ。どうした？
忘れ物ですか？
私の最優先のタスクはゾンビにならないためにすべきこと。だからどこまで行ってもゾンビになるまでにしたいことをするあなたたちとはメソッドが違いすぎるのよ。それにあれだけ忠告したにもかかわらず、赤の他人の私を助けようとしたためにあなたの大切な人が危険を冒す羽目になった。そんな人と同行してたら命がいくつあっても足りない。いやでも
俺にとってお姉さんはもう大切な人ですから。ヒーローにならなくたってきっと助けてましたよ。
That random Riz moment, brother. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, for people that you genuinely care about, you'd be willing to do anything for. Highlighted, man. Fucking beautiful shit. Accidental nat 20. Look at Best Bro's face here. Hold on. That is the trolliest fucking face I've seen in a while. My dude knew exactly what he did, and he's just like,
お姉さんどうしたんすか？お姉さんはこれからどこへ？
そうね。この国で持続可能な安全が確保された場所を探すわ。
Literally me. Hi, I found you my Moshiko video on YouTube and loved. Can't wait for the next one. I appreciate it, Akira KS. How you doing? Are you doing well? I hope you're doing well. Me and the gang, once it turns like midnight or 1 p.m., you know, where will we meet again? Wherever I can find a place that's safe and sustainable. They show up at McDonald's and I'm there with my like chicken nuggies. They're like, dude, you're being so mysterious. What happened? Chicken nuggies at 2 a.m. with fries after a long night out. Oh man, it hits different. It hits different. But no, like they're clearly gonna come together again. They can't just leave a Sokovian gun like this out there.
まあ、そんな場所があるかわからないけどね。あ、そうだ。はい、これ私の QR コード。
Oh, you got the number.
どうせもう会うこともないんだし。
Sure.
あなたと連絡先ぐらい交換しても大してリスクにはならないわ。
Oh man. Oh man.
三日月静香さんか。また会えるといいな。
俺たちこれからどうするよ。
そうだな。気づけば上京して7年。大学では顕著と出会って、ブラック会社でどん底も味わって、キラキラした都会に憧れてこの街に来たけど。東京はもう十分かな。そろそろ親に元気な顔の一つでも見せてやりてえし。
じゃ、
Are your parents so even okay?
関東の秘境、群馬へ。
That was awesome. That was an awesome episode. Like, granted, it was more action oriented and we could talk about cost benefit analysis and a lot of other things. But personally, when it comes to an episode that really just showcases what it wants to showcase, there isn't a lot to like deep dive into as well, other than showcasing the fact that sometimes you need to go ahead and step up right? Or identification. It's top tier animation, and it was just fun. It's just something that you can look at and be enthralled in and be open to the fun adventure that it presents, ladies and gentlemen. Zom 100 is one of those shows where it's like, I'm wondering if the delays, and this is just me thinking out loud, and you couldn't agree with me or disagree with me, are the delays impacting its popularity? Because I think it's been delayed 2 or 3 times so far. And I hear that there's another delay happening soon for next week, right? So, because I'm looking at the series, and I'm like, I would have expected the series to like have been pretty popular in that environment, and then hearing delay after delay after delay, that's quite a bit. That's quite a bit for a show like that. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you all. You're absolutely wonderful. I am a little bit tired. I got out of work and came here and streamed a little bit. And I will say I appreciate this episode. This episode was great, just to go ahead and like, zone in and out a little bit, and also be able to go ahead and like look at some of the impacts that is there. With that being said, guys, practice that self-care. I'll see you guys later. If you guys are on YouTube,